The new kickoff rule is debuted tonight, and the new kickoff rule for 2023 is that a fair catch between the goal line and the 25 on a kickoff becomes offense gets the ball first and 10 at the 25.
Right.
That's the strategy for reducing the number of kick returns. They don't have a better solution, so our only solution is reduce the number of kick returns.
Right.
So it's temporary. It's a one-year thing. There are many special teams coaches against this. There is a notion of unintended consequences. We've heard about mortar kicks, squib kicks. Will teams deliberately try to put the ball in play in a way that makes it impossible to get a fair catch in the hopes of tackling the return specialist inside the 25? Those are all things that we're going to see play out. The overriding objective, as stated by the league, is to reduce the number of concussions. Yeah. The thing they won't say is they want to avoid a catastrophic neck injury like Kevin Everett or Eric LeGrand.
Right.
I think they don't want to speak that. They don't want that out there. They don't want to jinx it.
Sure,
But I believe that embedded within all of that, that's the thing. They don't want someone dying on the field.
Yeah.
And I think that was the ultimate thing that pushed this. They almost had it happen in Cincinnati on January 2nd. We can't have this kick return play where you got guys running at each other full speed. Average speed of the guy running down is 17 miles per hour. The two guys collide. They dip their helmet. They hit C5, C6, crush, spinal cord, paralysis, problem. So that's why they're doing it, and we'll find out all year long whether or not it works.
I mean, I'm interested to see where this goes. I mean, the kickoff is the most violent collisions in football. So I understand the NFL being worried about that, right? And trying to make adjustments to that. Some of the biggest hits I ever saw in my career were definitely on kickoff return. Right, so I understand that people getting concussions on that, and left and right. The NFL is trying to fix that. I want to see what I know there's a lot of talk about the unintended consequences and all that, right? But I don't know. I got to see it to believe it. You might see some experimenting in the preseason, but are you telling me we're gonna squib it every time now and take the chance of I don't know, and you're gonna give the ball to the 38-yard line to the offense? Or, I just don't know what I hear some tough talk from some coaches and everything about, the unintended consequences. And I just, I've thought about this a lot to go, what is it going to be? What are you going to, I mean, the options are limited here. That's where I don't understand where some of these special team coaches are going to do to make this any different or whatever.
And I think part of this is that we hear unintended consequences get thrown around as a justification for changing rules, not changing rules, changing back, abandoning plans. I think that because so many special teams coaches are against this move and they view it as an assault on the kickoff and the kickoff may be gone, that they're huffing and puffing.
Find a way to,
that it's not a matter of it being natural unintended consequences. We're going to take advantage. We're going to search for loopholes. We're going to make you regret this. That's the attitude that some of them have.
Like it, right.
We're going to come up with a way to make you feel like you did something stupid. Yeah. We're going to expose the flaw in this that's actually going to result in more concussions, not fewer concussions in 2023 on this play.
It does seem like that, right? That that's the pushback. And I understand that. I mean, we all, as football players and coaches, we want to keep the traditions of the game alive, right? But times change, players change, they're faster and stronger and bigger and more violent than ever. So that's where it is a little different that way. And I applaud the NFL for trying to make the right decisions here to protect the players. But I hear that talk a lot, and I got to see it a little bit. Again, I think the squib kick is going to be too risky. Right, I can't imagine teams living in that life consistently over and over. What else? The high pop kick that's gone. It doesn't matter if it's close. The guy's gonna fair catch it. So there's nothing there, right? So I don't know what the unintended consequences are. And I think ultimately what's going to happen in my heart of hearts is we are going to see less returns, and you're going to see more fair catches, and people are going to get the ball at the 25-yard line, and the play is going to become less of a staple of the NFL culture. And that's why I don't know, this whole thing you wrote about yesterday and the XFL thing and all that, I could see that having a future, and I kind of like it. And it'll keep the coaches coaching and have them have to be tactical with how it is, and I'll let you lay it down, but lay it out.
And before we talk about that XFL option, I think that the right way to deal with this rule change is strategic, tactical, game by game, have a plan. You know, who's the returner? How good is the opposing team's return specialist? Do I want to force a return, or am I content to give him the ball at the 25? How do I feel about my kicker's ability to effectively squib it and not have the ball, end up at the 40? Is there a chance that maybe one of these squibs is going to hit one of the return players and it's a live ball and we can get it? There's an analytics concept to this, where what's our best strategy? Is there a strategy that we should do this all the time because X percent of the time we're going to get the ball here, or they're going to get the ball there?
Yeah.
And so there's that broader formula, what makes sense, and then there's the more specific against this team with these players facing their players, what makes sense. So it's the kind of thing that Bill Belichick could burn up 40 hours.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of different ways, right? If you have a great returner, okay, yeah, so you still might be going, okay, 25, but whatever, we'll take the chance, and if we get the ball at the 22, so be it. But we're going to take the chance with this great returner that we got that, he might bust it every now and then for a touchdown, or we might get out to the 45-yard line. But I feel like, I'll say this, with some of the top teams in football, with the better quarterbacks in football, I more times than not just fair catch it. Give the ball to Allen and Mahomes on the 25. 2 completions and we're in field goal range. Why mess up that formula? And so that's where I'm interested to see where this whole thing goes this year.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.